Hi, everyone, and welcome back to part 3 of your training. This is the final section of the training, which is going to be on safety. After this section, you will finish today's session with your orientation. The safety training topics will include creating a safe work environment, prevention of musculoskeletal disorders, bacteria and infection control, and prevention of workplace violence. Creating a safe environment.
There's a wooden chest in the upstairs bedroom. It's filled with papers I'd like to sort. Can you bring it downstairs?
I remember that chest. It's really large and very heavy. I'm afraid if I move it, I'll hurt my back. What if I bring some of the papers down to you? Otherwise, when your son comes by later this afternoon, maybe he can help me bring it down.
All right, when my son comes by. Listen, would you hand me that blue-green book, the tall one there on that first shelf?
That one?
Thank you.
So, when your son comes by, we'll bring the chest downstairs.
Okay.
People wonder what's so hard about housekeeping and helping someone dress or take a bath. We all do these things every day. But there are lots of activities you do in the home that cause strains and sprains. You may already move your client using safe techniques. But other activities, such as carrying laundry or groceries, mopping the floor, or reaching to clean the bathroom walls, can also cause aches and pains. The good news is that with the right tools and techniques, these injuries can be prevented.
Okay, so part of creating a safe work environment includes having the right footwear. Wearing supportive footwear is a simple step to ensure that you can safely perform your job duties. Appropriate footwear includes sneakers and non-slip footwear with proper grip on the bottom. Prohibited footwear includes flip-flops or sandals without proper buckles, slippers, shoes with worn-down grips on the bottom, UGG boots, heels and/or wedges, and clogs or other slip-on shoes. Another part of creating a safe work environment is reporting to work on time, well rested and in proper work attire. Never come to work under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Know the location of first aid kits, fire extinguishers, circuit breakers, or any other emergency equipment you may need, and be as proactive as possible. Slips, trips, and falls, the more common form of workplace injuries. Keep floors clean and dry. Keep aisles and passageways clear and in good repair with no obstructions. Keep exits clear of obstructions at all times. Notify your supervisor if you observe carpeting that has bulged or become bunched. Provide adequate lighting, especially during night hours, and notify your supervisor if you observe safety hazards in the home. Preventing musculoskeletal disorders. Work-related musculoskeletal disorders, also known as MSDs, are the most common cause of lost or restricted work time and account for around 1/3 of worker injury and illness. To prevent musculoskeletal disorders, take breaks regularly to move around to rest the body and mind. Take a few minutes each hour to stand and move around. Alternate tasks whenever possible. Exercise by practicing deep breathing, shoulder rolls, or leg lifts. Drink plenty of water. Avoid twisting, flexing, and reaching, and report any back injuries or pain to your supervisor. Also, under preventing musculoskeletal disorders is practicing good posture, standing and sitting in an upright position, holding in your belly to keep pressure off your spine, and bending your knees slightly while standing. Your physical health. It is required that you report any serious health conditions or injuries to the office that may prohibit you from safely performing your job duties. For example, muscle weakness, swelling of limbs, nerve damage, sore or tender muscles or joints, lightheadedness, vertigo. And if you're experiencing a disabling circumstance, you must provide a doctor's note clearing you to return to work before you can work with a client. If you do not feel confident that you can safely provide care to your client, you must report this to the office immediately. Bacteria and infection control.
Hey, George, how's the crossword puzzle coming?
Pretty good.
I've been meaning to talk to you about something. I don't know if you've noticed, but your cat Smokey doesn't like me. I was trying to dust and he tried to claw me.
I think he's just having a good time. I say leave well enough alone.
He probably is, but I'm still concerned about him biting or scratching me. Would you mind placing him in his kennel while I'm here?
No, that'll be okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What's a four-letter word for discovery?
Try find.
It's really challenging to work in someone else's home, especially when you're worried about hazards. Signs of mice or insects, nasty pets, mold, and really strong cleaning chemicals are only a few of the hazards you might have noticed. You might think, I don't want to insult him, but I don't feel safe when I'm working, and I worry about his safety too. This section of the training will explore how you make your client's home healthier and safer for both you and your client.
So when we talk about bacteria and infection control, the standard precautions are frequently washing your hands or using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Use gloves, wear an apron, mask, and eye protectors as necessary, and properly handle and dispose of possibly infected linens and waste. For bloodborne and other common infectious diseases, some examples of bloodborne diseases are HIV/AIDS and hepatitis B and C. Other common infectious diseases include bacterial, staph skin infection, pneumonia, urinary infection, parasitic like giardia, diarrhea, and viral, flu, respiratory infections, diarrhea, chickenpox, measles, and mumps. Where does infection live? In bodily fluids, skin, food, water, pets, pests, and organic matter. Pathways through which infectious diseases are spread include being struck by a sharp object with infected body fluids, touching infectious people or services, objects, clothing, and linens that carry body fluids, breathing spray from coughs, sneezes, and talking, eating, drinking, or handling infected food, water, or dirt, being bitten by animals and insects, or by encountering animals' body fluids. Tips for staying healthy and safe around infectious diseases. Use all standard precautions. Be sure to get a flu shot each year. Get other vaccines as needed, such as hepatitis B. Don't go to work if you are sick. Avoid sharing drinking cups, bottles, eating utensils, and other food items. Encourage everyone to cough or sneeze into a tissue or their upper sleeve, and do it yourself. Bandage cuts, sores, or breaks on your skin. Use a fresh bleach solution to clean surfaces that may be infected. Avoid setting purses or bags on surfaces that may be infected. Take in only necessary equipment and supplies. Do not do tasks in ways that may expose you to infection. Use disposable gloves and heavy-duty plastic bags when handling soiled laundry, and tie laundry bags shut and make sure they don't leak. Preventing workplace violence.
Hi, George.
Huh? You're not Rose. Where's Rose? Why are you in my house? I'm going to call the police.
Rose isn't here.
You're not Rose.
I'm not Rose, I'm Tanya. I'm here to help you today.
Rose.
Rose isn't here, I'm Tanya.
Tanya.
Tanya, yes. I'm here to help you today. Let's have a seat, George.
Tanya.
Tanya, yes.
There are some simple tips you can use to keep your client calm and keep yourself safe so that you can provide him with the care he needs. Many home care workers help clients who have Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. As the disease gets worse, clients can act in ways that make health and safety risks for you. You know it's not your client's fault, but sometimes when he gets angry or upset, it's hard to stay calm and get work done. There are some simple tips you can use to keep your client calm and keep yourself safe so that you can provide him with the care he needs.
Okay, so for preventing workplace violence, when it comes to dementia care, health, and safety risks, there are some examples of how someone with dementia may be at higher risk. Clients try to do activities such as walking, toileting, cooking, cleaning, hobbies, but they lack the balance, memory, or coordination to do them successfully. This puts people with dementia at greater risk of falls, burns, cuts, and other dangers. Clients may become agitated or angry at their own frustrations and confusions. Clients may reject offered assistance that they need. Clients may lash out, doing things such as hitting, kicking, biting, slapping, pushing, or shoving. They may act out of poor impulse control, delusions, or confusion, and they may make intimate or sexual overtures. Clients may perseverate with ideas and questions, asking the same things over and over and over. These are some responses that may provoke a response: showing anger or frustration, trying to argue logically with a person with dementia, speaking or yelling with an angry tone, rushing a person with dementia, and grabbing, slapping, or other physical actions. Reducing health and safety risks, keeping the physical environment and activities as safe as possible. Physically interacting with people with dementia in ways most likely to keep them calm. Promoting calm and positive verbal interactions. Reduce the risk of falls, trips, and slips. Reduce access to dangerous objects and activities. Create a comfortable and soothing environment. Promoting calm and positive verbal interactions, the 3 R's strategy. Number 1, respond. Assess and respond to emotions. Give a direct answer that won't increase distress. Number 2, reassure. Name the emotions or concerns they express. Share your own warmth and concern. And number 3, redirect. Draw attention to activities or subjects that you know may be pleasantly distracting, such as food, music, storytelling, or hobbies. Threatening behavior home care workers may experience: verbal threats and abuse, threatening body language, unwanted sexual advances, exposure to illegal activity, display of weapons, physical attack. Who might threaten home care workers and others in the home? Clients, family members, others living in the home, and visitors to the home. Early signs and risk factors. Verbal expressions of anger or frustration, such as tone, yelling, or cursing. Body language, such as pacing, clenched fist, coming too close, agitated movements. Clients or others who have a history of mental illness, alcoholism, drug abuse, or violence. History of troubled relationships with others in the home, or a history of troubling behaviors, and signs of alcohol or drug abuse. So these are strategies to avoid threatening behavior. During visits, use basic safety precautions. Be alert and conscious of risks. Evaluate each situation for possible threat. Watch for signals of impending threats, like verbally expressed anger and frustration, threatening body language and gestures, signs of drug or alcohol abuse, and the presence of weapons. Ask clients to have threatening visitors leave. Additional strategies to avoid threatening behavior are to present a calm, caring, and confident attitude. Keep your voice low and calm. Do not give orders or argue. Do not match threats or mirror body language. Acknowledge the other person's feelings, and try to keep 6 feet from a threatening person. Avoid behaviors that may be interpreted as aggressive. For example, moving rapidly or getting too close, touching unnecessarily, speaking loudly. Have a cell phone with you. Be sure your employer or others know where you are and your schedule. Try to keep an open pathway for exiting. If you're being verbally abused or threatened, calmly ask the person to stop. If he or she does not, leave and notify your employer. If you feel frightened or unsafe, listen to your feelings, trust your judgment, remain calm, but leave as quickly as possible. If you can't gain control of the situation, shorten the visit and remove yourself from it. If you feel seriously threatened, leave immediately. If you need help, call your employer or 911, depending on the severity of the situation, or if you can't leave. Report all incidents of threatening behavior to your employer as soon as possible. Notify your employer if you see an unsecured weapon or illegal activity in a client's home. And if you see a crime, call the police. This concludes part 3 of your training today. We will now pause here to take a break and have a short quiz. And then you will be completing the rest of your session with your new hire orientation.